Hi, this is Åsa. This video is going to be about my health traveler's notebook with 4 inserts, a chunky one. I have shown this one on Instagram, and I asked if there were some interest in me showing exactly what I'm doing with this one and the way I set it up, and there was. So this is a video about it. I don't know if this is going to be a long one, but have a drink and let's talk about planners. Yeah. So this is a blue cover. It's the Traveler's Notebook Yudo. I absolutely love this one. I have said in a previous video, I think, that blue is really not my color, and that I'm thinking about destashing my blue Travelers Airline. I'm still thinking that I'm gonna do that, but this one is so nice. It's the embossing is a bit of a silvery. It's so calming to look at, which is good when you're thinking about your health. You should be calm, not agitated, I guess. With this, you could buy some charms, and that I didn't went for because they didn't really speak to me. They were in this color, and it was bucket, I think, and something else. Instead, that I completely mix and match my stuff. I always do, will always continue doing it. So this is a leather charm that says coffee and traveler's notebook, and it's a little coffee cup there. And I really love the way this looks. Just the setup makes me calm. And as I said, it's a chunky one. A lot of you will say, oh my god, it's too chunky. I sort of like it. I haven't really gotten the perfect setup. I'm continuously tweaking it a little bit, but I will go through the 4 inserts. I'm pretty sure I need 3. The fourth one is I'm trying it out at the moment. But let's open this one up and check it out. So the Traveler's Notebook Yudo is this one. Inside, the first you see is a leather insert from 161 Soft Goods. It's called Essential Leather Insert, and it's so nice. It's really soft, both smooth on this side and very soft on the inside here. And it has it holds some stickers and some post-its. I need post-its everywhere I am, so I always have to keep them close. Post-its and some stickers and a ruler from Hobonichi. That's really thin, lightweight, and with some these shapes and dots and lines. Really useful. And as well, I have these from Hobonichi. It's double-sided tape, so I can easily stick something down if I want to without bringing any glue or double-sided tape rollers. And the stickers I have are mostly mood stickers, weight sticker, never use them more or less. So, and tracker, graph tracker from the planner spots. I'm actually going to use this one in a while, so put that there. And this is a ollie clip, a small one, really handy, keeps them together. And on the other side, there's this zipper pouch. I've put this one, I don't know why, I just like to have it there. And at the moment, I only have this one in there. It's a Zebra Sarasa Nano in .38. I really like this size, I really like this pen, and I really like the rich black color it has as well. So this one I'm also going to use. And I can show you, if you can see, it's there. I have that one. I have these two. They are from Baumkuchen. It's the paper airplane brass mini charms. I think they are so pretty. There's a 4-clover, I think you call them, and an airplane, the other one. And I keep them in the first 2 inserts, and as you saw, I also have the original black one. It irritates me a bit since these 2 are so nice, but so I might take it off. I don't know. We'll see. So I have 4 inserts. I'm going to go through them one by one. But these 2 at the beginning are for tracking and logging and just seeing patterns and following up whether everything is going in the right or wrong direction. And the first one is Take a Note Slim Weekly insert. It's absolutely lovely. I love the aesthetic of it. It's gray, dark gray, with some rose gold embossing on it. And this is just me playing with washi tape. At the beginning of this insert, there are monthly columns. I started using them for tracking, and I totally messed it up. I'm almost a bit embarrassed to show it, but hey. So I started with using dots and colors and stickers, and it was just a mess. And I had a ledger sitting here as well, so I can understand it. And then I just asked myself, why do I do it like this? This is stupid. So for April then, I've written down what I wanted to track, and then I've filled out for the month. And the next month, I think I might track more or less the same. I don't fill it out in advance more than this, because I know it's going to change, because there's something else that it's more important to keep track of. So this is and this is for the whole year. And then you get into the weeklies, and I have used the weeklies in very different ways. Let me open this one. This is a week that I've dated in advance. For me, I have tried to log what I'm doing. I have by the time I'm doing them, I've used it for taking notes. I have had trackers on the side. I have text down there. I have tried a lot of things, but I'm going to show you two spreads. Some of the spreads are too personal to show because it's regarding my health, but a lot of them they look messy, and it's hard to see what you could get out of looking at that mess. So this is a spread where I have written down up here some bigger thing about that day, and as well as if I made some different thing with my medication. This day I must have had a bad headache because I took pain medication. I tracked my steps over here, and then I put down one of these stickers for my mood, and this was a really good week. I mean, I was really happy. It makes me happy to look at it. And then I wrote down something about my sleep, sömn, as it's called in Swedish, my body and my mind. So this is what I wrote down about that. And I have made some sort of layout looking like this going further, but this is the part where I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. So it's a constant tweaking and changing, and I think the way my mind works, my brain works, when I have discovered the perfect setup or layout for this, I will get bored and probably stop filling it out. And so I don't know if I said it, but the purpose for this is for me to see if there are any sort of trends, and also looking back and seeing that I must have had a pretty nice week here, because I'm recovering from really bad exhaustion diagnosis as well as depression, so not every day is a happy day, let me tell you. Okay, let's jump ahead. This is another way that I've used this. Now I started using these emojis, and I really love that because they say something more, I think, than just an happy or an angry face. And this is a week when I got the flu, so more or less all of the days were the same. That's why I stopped updating it, because it was just fever, pain, headache, etc., etc. At the beginning of this week, I had some ambition to track my steps and my sleep, but since I got sick, I more or less didn't move, and when I'm sick, I more or less don't sleep, so there was no point in tracking that. Still a bit, confused about what I'm going to use this for. Is it health-related activities? Is it positive activities? Is it to see if I cram too much in a day or too little? I don't know. I'm struggling with this one. And let's see. This is this week. I'm using only text, and it's boring. And I have put this graph here for tracking my sleep, which I think I'm gonna continue doing. And up here I have my steps, and since it's pollen season and I have a pretty bad allergies, I'm logging that one to see that, okay, everything is high today, then I should expect to be tired today. And this is where I started logging just activities that are really beneficial for me, and as well as my mood, sleep, body, mind. And for the next week, I'm thinking about doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to set it up now with you joining me. So I'm just going to take this one out because it's easier when it lays flat. We're going to get back to the rest of the inserts in a short while. So I have prepared what I'm going to do with each section, which is more or less what I do on Sundays. I'm thinking about what I want to do with this setup that I have. I think I'm going to use this ruler. Okay, I'm going to start with steps. I'm going to track my steps. Last week we took care of our friend's dog, and I walked a lot, and it was so nice because the number of steps just skyrocketed in my world, and I want to boost myself and keep on walking even if I don't have a nice dog to accompany me. So steps. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And this is also, it's a reminder to think about moving more, and it's also a bit of a boost. If I get up to a certain number of steps, I can pat myself on the back. Maybe I should give myself an award. I have to think about that. I should set a goal for how many steps I want to take each day, And then I want to give myself a reward if I meet my goal. It's not going to be a big reward, but just something to make it a little bit more fun to make the effort. And then I'm going to have a sleep tracker. And I'm going to use this one from the planner spot. I have transparent ones because I think they will fit in any planner on any page, more or less. And if you have seen any of my previous videos, thank you. And you know that I have a bit of a problem putting things down straight. It's just, we all have our struggles. Yeah, pretty good, I think. So this one is sleep, and it's 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's gonna be good. And then I'm gonna start dividing the page. I've decided this time to divide the page up much more, so I can see that I actually fill everything out, and I also use the page in a more productive way. So updating the times in the middle here, I'm just gonna stop that. It hasn't worked, and it doesn't give me the reflection that this sort of logging gives me. So first off, a section for my allergies, and last week I think there were 4 or 5 different allergens, so yay. I think I'm gonna give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write them down, and then I'm gonna have a section where I log any changes in my medication, if I need to up my allergy medication, for instance, or if I need to have some painkillers, or if I forgot to take something, which happens sometimes, then I log this here. Especially when I forget to take my meds, that can have effects on all of the other things that I'm writing down. So that's why it's nice to have. Then I need to focus much more on movement than I'm doing. So I'm gonna give it a section as well. And at the moment I'm doing yoga and walking. I have to add some more some stuff for getting my pulse up, but those 2 are the ones I'm doing at the moment. But I need to see that I'm doing them and that I'm a bit consistent in them, so that's why they're gonna get a section of their own. And then I'm going to let's see, I have a big part here for emoti, and then I'm going to this section where I'm talking about sleep, body and mind. This is not the hours, because the hours I have here, it's if I've woken up a lot, or if I have slept through the night, which is quite rare, and something to celebrate, more or less, and how my body feels and acts, and see if I can relate it to anything, and also where my head's at the moment. And those 3, I just keep on writing as much as I need, really. So just to help me with remembering what to do, I'm going to add here pollen, meds, movement, immunity, sleep, body, mind. So this is going to be the setup that I'm going to log for next week. I'll see if I like it more like this and if it gives me more. So I'm not just doing this because it's fun, because it's not. I'm doing this to help me reflect. That's the important thing. So let's go back to the rest of the inserts then. Put this one back. Then this is the next insert. It's a weekly insert. I think I bought it from Baumkuchen. I'm pretty sure it is. It's really, really nice. It's called Yiju, pronunciation. I don't know if it's correct or not, but it means freedom in Japanese. And this is what I'm trying out. I'm not sure that I'm gonna continue using it in the way I am, but I'm gonna give it a try, some weeks at least, before I decide on what if I'm gonna keep on doing it or not. It's a log for my energy, sort of, because what I have is a problem with I have not enough energy to do everything I want, more or less any day. And if I then slept bad or have had a cold or whatever, my energy levels are even less. And I have to be protective of the way I use the energy I actually have. So I started logging. Let's see, this is this week. So here you see the days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And here I have put a sticker that actually came with this the kit with the Yudo Traveler's Notebook. And I wasn't sure what to do with this. I think they look like bottles. But then I came up with that I could use them to sort of show my energy level. From these are the levels that I have in the beginning of the day, and if I'm lucky they will rise. Probably not, because I'm a morning person, and if I feel this sort of level in the morning, it's very rare that it goes up. And then I have all the different areas that I want the energy to be, that I can use the energy for. Sorry, can't find the word. This is Swedish, so next week I've set up and I've done it in English. So the areas that I have at the moment, these are also can be tweaked. They are movement, home or house, creativity, family, social, work or education, learning. Learning for me is not the same as education. Learning could be watching a webinar about mental health, for instance. that's not an education. Is more like I need to know this to be able to perform my job or perform a certain thing. Self-care and recovery time could be a nap, could be just looking at trees, meditation, playing mindless games. I don't know. Recovery is so very personal, what works and what doesn't work. So yeah, let's go back here. So then on Monday I woke up and I didn't have any energy, or more or less. So the black down here, that's the whole of the energy, and up here should be 100% then. And I've slept 8 hours, but the day before I had done so much and I had such a good time. So I think it was just sort of a mental hangover, if you will. I didn't drink alcohol, so it wasn't a hangover, but it was just I used so much more energy than I had the day before, so that's why I woke up like this. So then you can see just the home couldn't do anything. The energy wasn't enough to do that. I wasn't really present with my family much. I didn't do anything social. I didn't do anything with the work or education, learning. Self-care and recovery was just sort of the most basic ones. When you wake up with that much energy, you don't do much. Then the next day, I slept less, 6 hours, but I had more energy, so I could add up more stuff on the different areas that I've decided on. And today, I have even more energy, even though I also slept only 6 hours. I normally need like 8.5. So energy and sleep isn't completely related for me, even though it's important, but it's not completely related. It's not like I'm logging and looking back on, oh, what did I do with this area specifically? It's more like, okay, I had little energy and it shows because I didn't do much of anything. And if I have a lot of energy and spend it all on our house or this home, then maybe I shouldn't use all the energy for that. Maybe I should also use it for the other areas, so I should divide it up a little bit more. So that's the sort of a reflection I'm using this for. So I have used this one for, let's see, 1, 2, this is my 3rd week. So I'm going to give it at least 3 more before I decide on if I think this is helpful or not. If it's not helpful, I'm going to stop using it. I'll put this here I'm going to write something. I'm not sure what. Maybe if there is something I need to focus on this week, I write that one down. So, for instance, if there's a deadline, I have to do this by Friday, this has to be done, then maybe I cannot fill all the areas on all the days with something. I can take an example from real life. I actually applied to some university courses, and the last day of applying to them were this week. So I could have then written down that the application for university was the most important thing. So if I have had limited energy like this one, I just had to focus on the application and nothing else. So that's what I'm going to use this one for. And then I have this. It's also from Baumkuchen. It's a grid notebook, and it's for facts about mental health, facts about exhaustion syndrome that I have, facts about rehab activities, whatever. I write it down. So this is a typical way. I must admit, I select one of the more structured pages. Sometimes my note taking is all over the place, but this one is pretty good, I think. So I'm just writing down what I'm listening to or looking at. I don't really look back that much on these notes, but when I'm writing them down as I listen, it sort of sticks in my head much better. So that's why. This is also this is from a podcast series that I'm listening to. And I'm decorating it sometimes in advance, but mostly just afterwards if there's any room left anywhere. So this is a facts notebook. And the last one is this. I actually just changed this out because the last one was full. This is what I call my therapy insert, sort of reflections and notes on what I've learned and what I've written down in the facts section. Maybe there's a thought that comes up that I need to really dig into, or maybe I've talked to my therapist and I need to dig into something deeper. Then I use this one. I have pre-decorated some pages in it, and let's see, yeah, just to make it fun to write in, because normally the topics aren't that amusing really. And I can show you. I don't remember the name of the YouTuber. I can list it down below if I find it out, find her name. That talked about sort of collecting and considering and correcting behaviors and thoughts and everything regarding how we act in the world. And she had some really nice quotes from different persons that I wrote down here. This one: every man has two lives. The second begins when we realize we only have one. Confucius. That is my health traveler's notebook setup. I hope it was interesting. I hope it gave you some ideas if you're using one yourself. Please let me know if you're using one yourself, or if you have a video about how you use it, because I would love to get new ideas and angles on ways to use a sort of a health logging and reflecting system. And please follow, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.